run it back, run it back, run it back.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People wanna know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went.
Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went.
Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy.
The blends be all the right cred.
Meaning credentials.
Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls.
in the instrumental.
Are you ready?
Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, we giving the show.
But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
What you talking about? Space or out your mind?
But can you rock it like rockets,
That's a
fool?
close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever.
Sick with the talk, passing your receiver.
All about running the spot.
And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather.
Cardio kingpin.
Subjugate the dub play.
And you know we can't wait to bring spins.
A-star quizzes, A+ the final.
Vocals we align, we'll move it all
Simultaneously over joints we rock.
We earn
30 years, so you can say we got
3 turns.
live off the board, unlike you and your chess men.
We install doubt in you and your yes men.
And if the game had veins, we'll insert
Upheaval the ground.
Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing.
Relieving the kings of all
So are
crown.
you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, y'all peak the flow.
But can you rock it like rocket
What
fuel?
you talking about? Space or out your mind?
But can you rock it like rockets,
That's a
fool?
close encounter of what kind?
Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Turn it up, y'all peak the flow.
Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, we giving the show.
But can you rock it like rocket
What you
fuel?
talking about? Space or out your mind?
But can you rock it like rockets,
That's a close
fool?
encounter of what kind?
But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm giving it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, way before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, how about it? How about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, skirt the lot. Go ahead, jump it, how about it? How about it? Rep where you from, where you post, department, your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Hey, look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend. Sweet, this sugar, one man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn it out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, way before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. 10 steps instead. Snooze, I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or a bed. Do what you can to do, make it next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Let's go. Pepper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills.
Okay, Coach, on a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Houston Texans. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. And it was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, 26.
Rodgers going to throw. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Just like that. Slam. 30.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go. 49. Check 49. Check 49. Throw right. Hey, 88. Hey, echo. 51, Mike 51. I'm scared.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Let's get it. Hey, 258. Watch the screen. Inside. Mike 51. Small. Mike 51.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rodgers. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches have told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, Get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 32-yard line.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker, can they kick? And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Calais Campbell able to record his 5th sack of the season. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
51 to Mike. Hey, Haywood. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there. Go to 50. Hey, you block over his little bit.
Now Rodgers. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. He's got Adams on the hookup. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
319. Here we go.
On 1st and goal, Washington. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. DeAndre Washington, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now a 7-0 game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try the left side. Moss. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Come to the floor. Give me that. Plus 50, Mike, 50. I'm on.
Now it's Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
I'm coming. Check. 24. Slam.
Now a give, right side. It's Moss. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with to have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
It's our time. It's our time.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. Faking the give. Now Watson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
We're going to work.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Running from the gun, Johnson. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
That's another Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day on offense.
Watson on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again is Watson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
At the 20-yard line.
Bring it. Green 18.
Rodgers now to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Exit. 951. I'm playing. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike.
Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. 3 down. Hey, 626. 51.
Now it's Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I get the thought process. 3rd and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way. But that means you're counting on your offensive line to win the line of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, and there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive guys. Winds up losing yardage.
Let's go, baby.
1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Get that ball. Get that ball.
Out of the gun, Watson. And an alley to run. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Green 18. Here we go. Check. All right. Check.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
And the Packers first down.
18. Check right, check right. Tight on this side, boy. Tight on the left. Tight on the side. Move. Three down. Spot 30. No. Run. Hey, Mike 51. Mike 51. Bravo. Come on, come on.
On first, here's Washington. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Oh, yeah. Here we go again. 50. Check the back. Check. Kill. 36.
They'll try to counter with Washington. Oh, what a move. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Blue 58.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On first down, Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
51 for Mike, boy. 51.
Here's Rodgers. Going to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Deuce. Hey, 88. 55.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Bailey's kick is good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him, but whatever is going to...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Check 52.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this throw will be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Set. 19.
That's a run. They're running it.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. On 2nd down, it's Johnson. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Set. 19. 36. It's a party now. It's a party now.
On 1st and 10, Watson. It's complete. Stills. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
I got motion. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Here we go. Mike 36. Mike 36. Hey, 59. Check curls. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Check. Mike 36.
Back to throw, Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
You got three down. 35. Mike 36. Mike 36. It's coming this way. Here we go.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And an alley to run. 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Johnson. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Set. 19. They gonna need some therapy after this. Move.
On 3rd down, Moss. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This would be a critical call.
He may try and run for this. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. Gets past one man. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Rodgers now on 1st down. And that's complete to Adams. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
You ain't doing nothing. 26. You ain't doing nothing today. Hey, box truck, box truck.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rodgers nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Here we go. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. 51, Mike, 51. Ready? Shift. Watch the shift. Alert flare. Alert flare. Flare.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. A 3rd quarter score now from MetLife Stadium. And the Bengals, they've now taken the lead in that ball game. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
He's coming. We got double up. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he lost the football, and the Texans scoop it. And nothing but daylight ahead. Past the 20, 10, and they will bring this one back. A fumble return. Texans touchdown. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the 2nd half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. second down now. It's Washington, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
26.
Snap comes at 1. Caught by Jones. Sharp there with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and then drop just inside the 20. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
At the 19-yard line.
No. We 19. 51. 51's the mark. 51's the mark. That's not good. Watch safety green. Watch safety green. We didn't get it.
Now Rodgers. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
It's third down. Third and long.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Packers on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 14.
Hey, 626. Hey, wahoo.
To throw is Rodgers. Operating from the gun. Being chased out left. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Maybe an important fourth quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the posts. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down. It's Moss. The first-round pick, Jair Alexander, making the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Hey, 24. Check. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey, let's go.
Here's Watson. He'll buy some time right. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Tyler Davison hauling it off the edge to sack him.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
On third down, Johnson. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the first down against our defense by that decision.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Hey, 59! Mike, 36. Mike, 36. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? Go. What you got, Heavy?
Here we go on fourth. Watson. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Texans have retaken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit. But for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
88, number 50.
On second and very short, Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. It's a gain of 35.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them a lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on first and 10. This is Jones. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now on second and 13, Rodgers. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers have retaken the lead. Bailey got the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On second down and 4, Watson, and Stills bringing it in. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
And the Texans first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
Come on, boy. 59, 59. You better be ready. Down, let's go.
On first down, it's Watson. On the left side, this is Stills. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards, the final tally. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, Moss. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Second and inches at the 22-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on second and inches. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
From the red zone now, Watson. They'll roll him out right. And the catch made by Johnson. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Hey, 31!
44 to Mike.
Hey, we heavy on the edge. 24!
44, Mike.
Now it's Watson. Steps away to his left. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Rush in. Run 9.
Now Watson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got plenty to catch.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Jones. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Get 300. Get 300. 51 the mark, boy. 51. Zoom. Hey, orbit.
Again, it's Jones. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. Well, he was just trying to contain DeAndre Hopkins, and he got a little too close.
And because of his ability to line up in different spots on the field and come at you from different angles, different guys have to cover him, and all of them have the same issue. How do you do it without interfering? In this case, it didn't get done.
I'm going for back. I'm going for back to you. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
One last throw here for Watson. And a catch made by Hopkins. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Green Bay, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Houston, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket now. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view, hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me, oh that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a mansion. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They ain't thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
They should take it to 10.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, I'll deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dials, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, I'll deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team around took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash. Honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all